Craig at Our World Forex, and I wanted to put together this video. I'm actually in a live trade now, and I thought of something interesting that I wanted to point out. This is a trade that I took um, for the 4 hour for our trade copier. If you go on ourworldforex.org, our main page has a copier where we have have one of our traders for the day post like one or two trades that they take, just so you can see, what we're kind of like the idea of what we're getting at. So this is a live trade that I took at 7:38 or 7:28 this morning, and it immediately went into profit, but um, it went against us. It went into profit, I think 10 pips, and then it went against us like 20 pips. But it came back down into profit. And as we crossed over, as we got more bearish candles coming into the hour, the past 10 o'clock hour, that's when I started to see some pullback and some more support for the euro. And that's kind of the whole idea of how the market works. Really, if you zoom in on the market, or you zoom out of the market in any time frame or any level, we're in the 30-minute, but if you zoom out, let's say zoom out to the day, right? And especially with these, I have the high lows, a high, low, and close bar chart. If you zoom out, you can see the support and resistance just naturally. The market is constantly moving. I think people tend to get into the idea of, oh, it's going up, then the money's going up. If it's going down, it's going down. And that's really not the case. It's more of a constant kind of back and forth, a very quick, like billion times a second back and forth. And this can help you. This can help you in your trades a lot. So, as we had a big pull down right before we crossed into 10 o'clock. And that, I think, let's see, where were we? Let me look at the hour. Let me show you the hour. Okay, so we got some real nice low here. This went into profit. Again, went like to 11. I would just like to get more out of it, just to show you that, you can kind of read these levels. I don't think that the euro has nearly as much strength as the volume is showing us, as the chart is showing us. I just don't. I think that that's from people selling the dollar. So I think there's going to be a bigger pull down. We'll wait and see. But you can see as we came in, as we got that pull down strong through the 10 o'clock hour, immediately afterwards, there's that support again. And, it starts coming into play. And this is how the market works. There's that constant push-pull. So if you're losing a tug of war, and all of a sudden that little blue flag that's in the middle is about to be pulled over the line, you're about to lose, well, you get a little adrenaline rush and you start pulling back harder. And that's exactly the same. Now, obviously not an adrenaline rush, but it's the same concept here. That flow is going to push and pull, and that's where you get these support and resistance levels. And you can see this and use it in your trading without having to draw anything on your chart. I mean, you can have a completely clean chart. Put it back to candlesticks. You can have let's do the open and the high, low, close. So you see, you can see where the support and resistance is just with the chart, and that's what it's designed to do. The more you pile on there, the more it's going to distract you. If I put a bunch of support and resistance lines up here, a bunch of, if I start, whatever, just say I start doing anything, or have, and there, and I do, this kind of deal, tons. If the more I get on this chart, the more likely I am to assume that the price action is going to bounce off at that. I don't want to start thinking, okay, oh, now the price has gotten to this line, then it's definitely going to change, because that's not how it's going to work. That's when I'll start either jumping the gun on trades and assuming, and then having my stop losses triggered, or I'll just make a completely bad trade based on a pure assumption because I put a line there. The candlesticks, the chart is meant to show you where the support and resistance is. That's why it's important to zoom out and look at the entire chart and zoom in. I mean, I'll take trades off the 1 hour and 30 minute, and I'll zoom in on the 1 minute just so I can see exactly what's going on here. So we see all this. This is like 8:30 right after I took the trade. That's when we see that big movement up, and it went against us like 20 pips. And then you see it. Look, it's really pulling down. We're getting some good, we're getting some good pull down. It's really going. Since this video started, it's gone from 1 pip. Now it's in our favor 8 pips. I mean, I started the video like about here, and it went against us, and now it's going in our favor. So you have to use this in your trading and set your strategy around the fact that the market moves in a certain way. It's not that it's going to move one way particular or the other way. It's that it is constantly moving in its own way, and it's going to move in a certain direction, but it's moving in its own. It's like a gyroscope. It's turning on the inside, but it's also going a certain way. And that's what you have to take that into account when you're making your trades. So I just wanted to show you a live trade and a look at kind of how I do this. I like to use the Bollinger Bands because it seems like they do the work of a couple different indicators, and they don't distract me from the candles. I think it's really important that you use your indicator to highlight the candles. You don't want to have an indicator where now you're looking at the indicator instead of the candles. That you have to look at the price action. And to me, the best indicator is the one that highlights the price action. That's the point of it. Really, you don't need much of anything that's going to take you away from looking at the price action. You want to pay attention to the candles, and that's a big part of this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped to see kind of a live trade. Again, I'm going to try to do an update. We're at 9.2 pips profit. I'd like to get at least 14 or 15. So I'll keep holding this trade, and I'll post it on our website too. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's helpful, and leave me a comment. Again, my name is Craig with Our World Forex.